Hi. I'm early hectic. I thought I would just come out and hang for a little bit, so don't feel pressured to come up just yet. I thought I would come and chat for 5 minutes or so. And hey, thank you. Huh, I got this new thing that follows me. Which is awesome, but also hard when I want to sneak off for a vapey vape. What happened there? Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
I'm early, so don't feel pressured to
No,
be up here.
honestly, that's totally fine. Everything's a bit chaotic at the moment, so I'm just like, I'm just going to come here. I'm just going to come here and do the things. So,
The flavored air, definitely. Makes it hard to sneak off to the side now that I've got this camera thing that follows me.
that will learn you.
See?
That's gold. I love it. That's awesome.
Oh, it seems to have gotten sick of my shit and so I'm red battery now. Oh,
That's funny. Just when you want to sneak off to
right?
the
I
vape,
just need
it'll
to grab
stop
my
working.
veil. I made cute little rosary things.
I saw them. They're a bit cute. They're a bit lovely.
I wanted to make smaller rosaries,
Mm-hmm.
so that way they could be more affordable as well. Because
Yeah.
obviously I've got my big ones, which are,
Mm-hmm.
I think they're awesome.
I like them.
Um, but obviously not everyone can afford them. So I thought, let's add some
Mm-hmm.
price point variation.
Amazing. Lovely.
And you can
Right.
also attach them to your jeans too.
So that's really handy.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Make a good
Oh, hey.
fidget. Hello. Rosary could make a good fidget as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Especially. So that's the Cathonia one.
That's cool.
But I don't know, something about the fox, I feel like it would just be fun to spin.
Yeah.
And then you can also take off the charm if you wanted to wear it as a bracelet.
Oh wow.
So that way you've got 2 points of anchorage.
Mm-hmm. And then you could just like do this all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. Love it.
I thought it would be better than having like a standard bracelet size
Yeah.
because we've all got different sized arms and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And I didn't want someone to miss out if it's too big or too small or whatever.
You're really thoughtful. Can I just tell you that? Really thoughtful.
Oh, thanks.
Anytime. Well, it's true.
Well, we're all humans and we're all different. So, and
Exactly.
everyone needs to be accommodated for as best as we can.
Exactly. I love that. How's everyone doing in this eclipse business? I need to know.
What did you say?
How's everyone doing in this eclipse business? I need to know.
I'm doing actually really good. I
I'm
feel so
glad.
productive.
Hello.
So productive. I actually wanted to do a different type of reading this time because
Ooh.
it's a blood moon eclipse tomorrow in Virgo. So Virgo's the south node,
Mhm.
which is like obviously Virgo is the organizer, the planner, but also very healing. And so it's like, where have you been healing over the past period of time?
Ooh,
And
interesting.
that's kind of been highlighted by this last Virgo eclipse. So
Yeah.
I wanted to do one with the rough deck and then
Mhm.
one with the healing deck for each
That
sign
sounds like
instead of doing so in depth.
that sounds like a good idea. We haven't even started yet, Brandy. We were early.
We've done everyone but Aquarius. No. Everyone hasn't been done except Aquarius. That's all that's been done, Brandy.
Oh gosh. You're crashing out. Oh, you're driving home? Cool. Well, then you won't miss it. That's good. No, there's been a lot of truths coming out the last few days. And my little
Definitely.
Ariesness is like, that's interesting. Don't react. That's interesting. Don't react. I'm like, what is wrong with me?
Mood. I actually had some information come out. So long story short, there was someone that thought that I can't be lesbian, who's lesbian themselves, and was like, they're not lesbian, they've had two kids, and blah blah blah.
You can have two kids and still be a lesbian. Like, what are you talking about? Are you okay?
Right? And they were actually one of my old best friends, and they've since passed now. And
Hmm.
then it's funny how all of this stuff comes out in the
Yeah.
wind when someone's passed, and
Hmm.
let's just say pot calling the kettle black, that's for sure.
Wow. Wow. Hmm. There you go.
Bloody gold star, the dollar beans.
As it go
They don't
dirty somewhat.
exist. They don't exist.
Gosh. Mm. Been having a bit of people showing their true colours jobby.
Yeah. You
Mm.
okay though?
Oh yeah, fine. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, I will be. It's just interesting how it's all corresponding to like I'm very basic at my astrology. I'm trying to learn more and do more always.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really interesting when things align with certain things and you're like, oh, wait, that's a thing. Mm,
Yep.
so yeah.
It's also, I believe that Venus moved into Aries as well
Yeah,
today.
that's a whole not friends
But
with
I love
Venus. Not
Venus.
friends.
I adore. I love Venus.
Not friends.
What do you mean you have to be softer?
What do you mean? Why do I have to care?
Venus can be really ruthless, and I think that's why I love it. It's because
Mm,
it's that kind of, it's so Taurian energy to me. Like, I know Libra is ruled by Venus, but I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not at all, love. But
oh,
Venus to me is just so, let's get in the garden, plant all the seeds,
mhm,
let it grow, and then
mhm.
if you come and fuck up my garden, I will
Wait,
kill
can
you.
I tell you? Can I even tell you? So, someone who I love dearly and immensely threw out a couple of my plants recently. And even though they were not alive, the point was that I was actually keeping them for a reason and I was actually keeping the soil for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And so they thought they were doing the bestest thing because helpful. And I'm like, oh,
How dare you?
How very dare you? Don't touch a witch's garden. That's all I'm saying.
Literally though, like it's not rocket science, just don't touch my shit.
How hard is it? It's not hard. Yeah, Brandy. Yeah. Oh, it's a whole story anyway.
But
Fine.
we're at 11 people. So
Oh my gosh. Wow.
that
Okay.
was quick.
Bye. Bye, 11 people.
I will kick it off today because I'm pretty sure you did it last time.
Oh, I did, and it's your turn. Thank you.
All right, Spirit, who are we doing first?
Hello, everybody.
We are doing air today first. Hey.
Yay. All right, I'm going to shush.
All right, Spirit, let's see what the Air Collective needs to know for the week ahead. Okay, Spirit, what do the Air Collective need to know for the week ahead, please, and thank you. Okay. Isn't that funny? I was talking about Venus moving into Aries, and we have got stuck on the Lovers in reverse, which to me is just going to say, kind of highlighting the fact that Venus Aries isn't going to be crash hot for the air signs collectively. It's not going to be awful. It's just not going to be pleasant. And I think that's obvious because naturally when you have opposing energies, it can be really beneficial and grant you many opportunities to grow. But for the most part, it's quite unpleasant to be in constant opposition. But anyway, for general energy for the week ahead, it's going to be a week of liminality. I'm picking up for my air signs. We have literally the yes and the no card coming out, which tells me that there's potentially decisions being needed to be made. But overall, center energy, 6 of Wands upright. I like this. I like it a lot. In the past, we have the 8 of Cups in reverse, which tells me that there's been this element of stagnancy, and you've kind of like accepted your fate. Good things could be coming this week in regards to that situation. Moving on into the Knight of Cups energy, which is that forward movement as well, which I really like. So overall, it's quite a nice energy. I think that overall the energy is going to be good. There is going to be some decisions needing to be made, and you may not know whether to go left, go right. And just brace yourself for the energy of Aries, because having the Lovers getting stuck on that in reverse brings me back to the Hierophant energy, which is that kind of structured, traditional energy. And maybe this is an opportunity while Venus is in Aries to reflect upon where you're trying to uphold traditional values that don't actually align to you and your perception of relationships and love within yourself and all of that type of stuff. So just some things to take note of this week. But let's get into it. All right, so we're going to kick the bat off with Aquarius. Just because Brandy I was giving her shit before. All right. Spirit, 1 card for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective for the week ahead, please. And 1 card again. Yes, Aquarius, sorry, not Aries. Let's reshuffle that card because I said Aries, just to make sure. If it comes out again, then we know Spirit knows what the fuck I was on, but we'll just make sure. All right, Spirit, 1 card for Aquarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective. Please and thank you. What a weird restriction. Saying that I have static imagery or I'm unmoving. Okay. That's interesting that it came up with Aquarius though. So maybe take that as a note that if you've been copping like some type of violation or something at work, maybe take this as a chance to appeal. And based on the outcome of the appeal, I will let you know how that will go. All right, Spirit. Back to the point of it. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars Collective. Please and thank you. Thank you. Oh, it was the same card. There you go. Spirit knew what I was on. And one. You did just that? Get out. Am I psychic? One card, please, and thank you. All right, so eclipse energy, focusing in on that because it is obviously a very big energy this week. We have the eclipse in Virgo tomorrow. So for Aquarius Collective, we have the first card, kind of like the shadow aspect of self that needs to be focused on, is metamorphosis. Where are you actually holding yourself back from change and transitions? That's something that I want you to focus on this week. And the way to heal it is follow the stream. I love the imagery of this card. So follow the stream, which is dedication, it's trust, it's knowing that no matter how uncomfortable change and transitions can be, no matter how uncomfortable the metamorphosis can be, that ultimately, if it's in your best interest, it's worth it. And this is all being ruled over by that Queen of Wands energy, which I adore the Queen of Wands. She is that boss bitch as fuck energy. But she's boss bitch in a way that she doesn't tread down on other people. She's confident within herself, but not at the expense of other people's connection and what they can bring. She's not an asshole. She is so confident within herself that she helps lift up other people rather than try and push them down. So all in all, this to say, what I'm picking up from this energy is that you need to focus on showing up as the Queen of Wands for yourself, because obviously metamorphosis is quite a personal thing, and how you go about it, how you do it is obviously very personal. So just trust ultimately that you're on the right path if it's an expansion of self, because even though we can fuck up, it's all good. It's all good. We can always make reparations. Okay. Let's get into Gemini. Okay, Spirit. General messages, clarity and guidance for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars Collective for the week ahead, please and thank you. Ooh, Gemini, you got impaled. Okay, Gemini, this is a week of sitting in your feels. Ultimately, we have 10 of Swords being the overarching energy in reverse, which brings me back to the 9 of Swords energy. Now, 9 of Swords is anxieties, it's fears, it's things that keep you up at night, yes, but they're all things that aren't necessarily true, and it's about facing those swords head on to be able to decipher fact from feeling or fact from rumination. So ultimately, you allowing yourself to sit in the feels is ultimately an act of release. It's being impaled by the 9 of Swords to be able to navigate through it, through immersing yourself in it, and ultimately embracing your transformation and knowing that who you are now is not the same person that you were before, and isn't going to be the same person that you will be this time next year. So it's all about just allowing yourself to, feel the feelings this week, Gemini. I don't see it as being a particularly pleasant week for Gemini as a collective, but I see it being quite a healing one, should you allow yourself to just immerse yourself in the experience of yourself. I hope that makes sense. All right, Libra. Okay, Spirit. General messages, clarity and guidance for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars Collective for the week ahead, please and thank you. Libra, you can't have 4 cards. We've done Gemini and Aquarius thus far. Thank you, Spirit. That's all right. Okay. Libra, overarching energy this week is the High Priestess, and I love this card. However, it's High Priestess in her not so crash hot aspect. The High Priestess is spiritual knowledge, wisdom, hidden knowledge, spiritual evolution, all of those beautiful things. But with that evolution comes great responsibility. It's all good and well to do the protection magic, but unless you have the boundaries to back it up in the real world, ultimately all you're doing is just chucking shit in a jar and hoping for the best. So it's all about self-preservation this week. Where are you allowing people to overstep your boundaries, Libra? And where can you uphold them better for yourself as a form of spiritual alignment, as a form of protection, as a form of self-love as well? Because it's interesting that we have the healing way through being stagnant waters, which tells me that there needs to be this kind of like actual point of sitting in it, reflecting, and then allowing the flow and the change to occur after it. And the High Priestess is just kind of like illuminating that aspect of where you're failing yourself, when you should be uplifting yourself more so. But that is the Air Collective. I might just pull one more card for y'all. Okay. Spirit, one card for the Air Collective, please, and thank you. It's going to be a very unbalanced week. So we have Libra coming out in reverse, and nobody likes an unhealed Libra. Sorry. Not sorry. You're all insufferable. And we have the waning moon, which is that the waning moon is beautiful, but when it's paired with a negative card such as Libra in reverse, it's a very diminishing energy. It can feel quite oppressive, and it can feel like injustice, and it can feel gross, and like whatever you say and whatever you think, it's always the wrong thing. So just brace yourself for this week. I do want to do one nice card for the Air Collective. What can they look forward to, please, Spirit? I love that. Okay. So despite the shittiness of this week, I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of it, coming into next week, you feel almost like you can breathe deeply again, that that mist has been lifted, and that kind of like heart-opening moment occurs, which is quite beautiful. But it's unpleasant to get there. But anyway, that is the Air Collective. Yay. And hey, Salty.
Hello. All right, who have we got next? Thinking it's Earth. We'll see. It's Earth.
Yeah.
Earth. Earth Collective, you're up. All right. Let's go Taurus. Let's go Taurus. All right, Taurus, what are we up to? What's happenings?
My appeal, Aquarius, was not one. Apparently, I am low visual quality.
How rude.
Right. So,
Consider
and
it.
they've just put another restriction on me, so I've appealed it again. So let's see how that goes.
Let's try. All right. So first up, our Tauruses. So we do have Two of Wands coming up straight away, and then we have Ace of Pennies. Okay. So maybe this week you are seeking to balance a bit more, seeking to figure out your place in this world a bit more. I feel like there's a lot of topsy-turvy energy emotionally, but I mean, eclipse will eclipse, hey. Let's just put that out there. But in saying that though, like you're surveying your little kingdom and going, what can I actually achieve and attain and keep? All right. So that might be you thinking about what you actually have, physically have. Tauruses like their nice things, and I don't blame them. But what's really serving you at the moment, what maybe not? It's going to be okay as long as you recognize your little processes at the moment. Maybe, list writing and stuff like that. The pros and cons of situations. It sounds really rudimentary, but it's going to help this week. Keeping in mind, plans can change. Plans you can navigate change in plans. It's okay to do that. And just because some things might not turn out necessarily in the way you exactly want them to, give yourself a bit of credit for actually trying, yeah, because that's cool, right? Because a lot of people don't even try. So give yourself a bit of credit, Taurus, this week. That sounds ridiculous. But anyway, Taurus, you got this. Take stock of things and maybe move accordingly. All right. Here's our Tauruses. Right. Up next. Let's go. Shall we go Virgo? Virgo. It's seeking to figure out your plate, yeah. Typical Taurus on the daily. Okay. Yeah. All right, Virgo. What are we up to, Virgo? Yuri, are you writing in your planner? Hey, Yuri. Look at this. I got a planner too. All right, there you go. Concentrate. Concentrate, Aries. All right, let's see, Virgo. What are we up to? Whew. Okay. Oof. There you go. We have this guy, the Judgment, coming out, but we also have Nine of Pennies as well. So Virgo, really maybe think about not putting all your eggs in one basket this week. Maybe think about jumping to judgment and conclusions, and maybe have a breath, have a moment before jumping to judgment or a conclusion, because I'm totally guilty of not doing that. But maybe it's something we can work on a bit better this week in order to bring in the pennies, in order to bring in things that you're working on. Sort of push the chaos aside a little and focus on what you know to be true. Okay, what you know that is tangible. All right. Yeah, sorry, feels. This really speaks to giving yourself a moment. Okay. Yes, the world is loud. Yes, there's so much happening in any one time at the moment. But giving yourself the grace of a moment of just quiet and letting your thoughts settle a second before judging, before acting, might really serve you well this week, our Virgos. It's time to maybe really, that part, yeah, maybe really think about direction and how the emotions affect our direction, and maybe sit with, it's okay to sit with emotions for a little bit and then put them where they need. All right. Yeah, it might be a little bit tough this week, but you got this. You can get through it too. Settle those emotions, settle that judgment, have a moment so that you can think clearly, loud and clear, yeah. So you can think clearly and bring in what it is that you are wanting, okay? And maybe give yourself a little credit here and there, just sprinkle that in, okay? Good, right. Capricorn, Caprichosa. Okay. All right, Capricorns. What do we need this week, please? What do we need to know? Okay. Oof. All right. We have 7 of Cups. Then we have King of Wands. Because why not? Let's do that. So 7 of Cups speaks to a little bit of all that glitters isn't gold, yeah? It's amazing. It's pretty fun. It looks amazing. But sometimes the shiny is amazing and sometimes it's great and we can want all the things and we can do all the things. But I feel like bulldozing your way through things can sometimes mean that we neglect to realize the beautiful shiny things we do have. Okay, that's a bit harsh. I'm so sorry. But it's about maybe look at what we have and, yeah, of course, plan, figure out what's the best price on something, do all of your due diligence, all of the things, right? But look at how many things, tunnel vision, but look at how many beautiful things are right now in this moment around you, and take stock of that and drink that in. I say, I know. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm saying this to someone I really love too, right? It's fine. With the King of Wands, yeah, there's strength there. Yeah, there's, I've got this. Yeah, we're going to barrel through. But in saying that, there's a little bit of reflection there. There's a little bit of, what, yes, we're stoic, we're strong, we're all the things. But sometimes we just got to put the wand down a little bit for 5 minutes and maybe think about rest. Maybe think about, I'm so sorry. Maybe think about, stop it. Maybe think about rest. Maybe think about the way things are coming across could be a little bit more forceful than you meant to say or do. Okay. So we're going to rest. We're going to calm the schmozzle down and we're going to take a moment or two to look at all the beautiful things around us and not compare 15 prices before we actually get one thing. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Thanks, Capricorn. I love you a lot.
I feel called out. Not you knowing that I put stuff in my basket online and then go and look for other prices and then sit on it for like 6 months and then Brandy ends up buying it and it was shit anyway.
Stop it. That's funny. That's a bit funny. All right, let's get an Earth Collective. Let's get something for our Earth Collective to give them the kick they need this week, Eclipse Week. What are we doing, Earth Collective? Come on. All right. Earth Collective, 10 of Wands comes out, and this is a reminder in the funniest way possible that if you need to take your bat and ball and go home, that's allowed, all right? If we need to gather up our little worldly belongings and go home, that's totally fine, all right? In the funnest way possible, try and have a bit of fun and frivolity this week. It's you know, as much as we want to do everything all of the time, it's okay to go home. It's okay to hide. It's okay to just be. All right. Thank you, Earth Collective, for coming to my TED Talk. No.
Well, guess I'll go fuck myself then.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's goodness. Not me getting called out. Fuck.
If this is air and if this is fire and I get called out, we're even.
I reckon.
Yep.
All right, Spirit. What am I doing now? Fire. We had Temperance come out with Emperor on the bottom, so let's get into it.
Okay.
All right, Spirit. General messages, clarity, and guidance for the Fire Collective for the week ahead, please, and thank you. All right. A week of healing. This week, my Fire Collective, we have Center Energy as the Hermit, which obviously is inner work, it's healing, it's solitude, but the Hermit also comes with the reminder that no matter how long you've dedicated to something, you can always change your path. Don't get tunnel visioned and set that there is no expansion or change at all. Don't stay in a position that doesn't align with you. If you've outgrown it, don't cling to the skin that you've outgrown. In the past, we have Knight of Pentacles in reverse, which is stagnant energy. It's happy energy, yes, but it's like, I'm a bit bored, I'm a bit itchy. I've got that kind of scratch to do something different. Not wanting to sit still. And the Hermit, I feel, is very fitting for that because, well, where are you going to go? What do you want to do? It's all of that reflection this week. 9 of Wands, leading up to the rest of the week, is the reminder that your strength, your support, and your boundaries need to be your priority when changing and making decisions. Because if you can't support yourself through the journey, ain't nobody going to do it for you. And that is the overall reading for the Fire Collective. So let's kick it off with Aries. All right, Spirit, what do my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars Collective need to know for the week ahead, please, and thank you. Ooh, Aries got that itch. We're going on an adventure with the boys. Center energy, death and judgment. That's rough center energy. It's just ultimately the skins are being torn off you and new ones are being forced to grow whether you like it or not. Choose to change or get dragged by the universe. You have no, yeah, the ripple effect coming out as well, part of something bigger. I guess ultimately trust that even if it's uncomfortable, it is part of something bigger. It is part of a bigger plan, and ultimately things will always work themselves out. 3 of Wands on one side is really nice energy. It's adventure, it's luck, it's that itch made manifest, that itch for change, but with it comes challenges, defensiveness, opposition. And I love that we have the Grim Reaper here too, which tells me that death is actively a large component of this week for the Aries collective. Letting go of things, not clinging to skins that you've outgrown, making sure that the transformation and the metamorphosis that you are indulging in this week is beginning with fully closed chapters, because you don't want to bring the past into this new era with you. But we have the Star coming out as the future card, and I love that because ultimately the card is the Star card is all about the future being what you make it. It's faith, it's hope, it's miracles, it's trusting that you know the best for you and allowing that energy to flourish as it needs to. So that one wants to come out. Amalgamate, convergence, and right path. So I'm going to take that as a sign that you are on the right path, no matter how uncomfortable it is. So that is Aries collective. All right, Leo. Spirit, what do my Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective need to know for the week ahead? All right, Leo. Center energy is the Hermit. Interesting. I'm being pulled to read this as what your healing is focusing on this week for my Leo collective, what you need to reflect upon, and that is Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So your relationship to money, maybe money's going out faster than it's coming in, or maybe you're hoarding it too greatly and need to actually give yourself permission to actually indulge and treat yourself, so to say. And then on the other side, we have the Devil in reverse as well, which is ruled by Capricorn. So there may be a Capricorn that you need to reflect upon. But ultimately, the Devil is also kind of like that taboo, its desires, its obsessions. So what are you denying yourself from experiencing, my Leo collective, is what I feel like is being highlighted this week. What future are you binding yourself to that's actually not in alignment with you? Ripple effect came out again for Leo collective, which is telling me that this week is part of something bigger. We also have the pink dolphin coming out, which is a reminder that fun and celebration and unbridled joy is part of the human existence and is also needing to be held onto and made time for. So if you haven't been having fun, make sure that you make time for it this week in some way, shape, or form. We all experience fun in different ways, but making sure that you actually make time for it this week. And then we also have fortitude coming out, self-control and regulation. And I think that kind of like sums up this week. It's almost like how you self-control and how you self-regulate is actually almost like this fortress around you rather than actual boundaries, and that's just being highlighted more this week. It's like being comfortable. You need to be uncomfortable in the uncomfortable to expand and grow, because I think you've got that itch as well this week, Leo, in regards to where you currently are at. You know that it's not right for you, and now it's time to shake things up and change it. But that is the Leo collective. All right. Moving on to Sagittarius. Okay, Spirit, what do my Sagittarius sun, moon... I haven't won the second appeal, Brandy. I'm just on permanent live restriction because of low quality content. Apparently my camera's like blurry or pixelated or something. Don't know. But I didn't win it. Okay, Spirit, what do my Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective need to know for the week ahead, please and thank you. Right. It's like, sorry I have a pixelated face. Like, what do you want me to do about it? Okay. Honestly, Senate energy for Sagittarius. I think this week you need to be the fuckboy. Honestly, that's what it's giving. It's giving get on Tinder, ruin some man's day, talk to a whole bunch of people, ghost them, set up dates that you never show to, or better yet, set up dates with people on Tinder and set them up with other people that you've talked to on Tinder, and that way maybe you'll make a bromance occur with two strangers that you never had to meet, and then just ghost them. It's kind of giving that kind of chaos this week for my Sagittarius collective. And all of that I came from the Knight of Cups energy upright with birth mysteries as well. And birth mysteries is what are you being called to create, as well as the Queen of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. So all of that to say, it's giving party energy while in the comfort of your home. And what better way to do that than ruin some man's day? You know what? They had it coming. I think Sagittarius this week, your focus is ultimately to create chaos. I mean, Sagittarius is very good at creating chaos, but it's creating chaos not with people that love you and care for you, but harmless chaos for strangers is what I think needs to occur. Like, it's almost like a pressure release, and I think that's the focus. Literally, power coming out, and manifestation, inspired action and liberty and breakthrough. Honestly, I don't know how else I could read that. It just feels like there needs to be that aspect of a social quest, of something fun and exciting that is cheeky and mischievous. That's the best way I could describe it. I think that's going to be very healing for my Sagittarius collective. Other than that, overall, I think it's going to be quite a nice week for the Sagittarius collective. I think it's going to be almost like rejuvenating and yeah, like a reconnection to the cheeky side of self is the best way that I could put it. And one more card for the Fire collective. Your Sag Mars is intrigued. All right, Spirit, what do the Fire collective need to know for the week ahead, please and thank you. Explore. I love that. Ultimately, your goal this week is to explore the facets of yourself. Have a look where Virgo is in your chart and what house that is in, and whether you have any planets there or anything there, asteroids, whatever, and just reflect as to how the eclipse is going to affect you for this week and the following 2 weeks after, because it's in the South Node. That's where you should have already done some journeying. The best way I could put the South Node would be is that this is the skills that you came into life with, and if you don't evolve past the South Node, you're going to be stuck there. So have a look at how that's showing up in your life and how you need to move past it. But ultimately, that's the Fire collective, and over to you, Hectic.
Good grief, Aries crashing out over here. What the hell?
Karma. The Western karma. I don't know another word. What goes around comes around. There we are. Found another word.
Nah, honestly. Oof. It's big. Anyway, all right. I shall not divulge my crash out topics. Anyway. Water. Let's have a little.
Water, Kel, where's the water?
For crying out loud, that's cold. All right. Water Collective, what are we up to? How are we going? Okay.
Water.
Water. Cancer. How goes it, Cancer friends? Did someone call the plumber? Right. Cancer. What do we need to know for Cancer? Okay. Oh. Okay. Cancer. Feelings. Nothing more than feelings. All the feelings, all of the thoughts, all of the moments. Trying not to get stuck in those feelings, trying not to burden yourself with feeling about stuff that you can't control as well. It's okay to recognize feelings. It's okay to experience feelings. It's okay, right? But this week, we need to put things where they really fit and not where we're over dramatizing and maybe making mountains out of molehills in a little bit. Yeah, sorry. Because we do have the Ace of Swords here as well. So we get through this, but we might need to fight our way through the feelings this week. It's not doable. Emotions are central to being human because we have them. Isn't that fun? But at the same time, sometimes we need a little moment of like, oh, okay, that's not really that bad. I'm okay. Right. Oh, okay. I was being a bit dramatic. It's fine. I'm good. I'm still alive. It's okay. Whew. So maybe we're stepping through the feelings a bit this week in order to achieve what we need. Because the goals and the things we want are just on the other side of that. So, yeah, Cancer, it's all about the feels. Good luck. May the force be with you. Scorpio next. Scorpio. Scorpedo. Tell that to my PC hectic. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Cancer might be crashing out with the feelings a bit this week, but that's okay. We move forward. We move through it. We acknowledge it. We just go through it, yeah? Because we have to. Because that's like normal. All right, Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know? What's going on for our Scorpio? Oh. Scorpio. Six of Swords and the Fool. Oh my.
That's such a cute little set. Like, it's giving, you know what? Fuck those bitches, we're going on an adventure.
I'm going this way. You ain't coming. Yeah. Scorpio. Look, Scorpio's amazing at turning things around and just starting again and starting something new and being the most mysterious person in the room. Mysterious. But it is time to try something new. It is time to maybe put some of that behavior behind you. I'm going to say behavior, and take a giant leap forward and go, you know what? No mucking around. I'm going to go do stuff, and I'm going to not expect everyone to bend to my will this week and do things for me. Maybe Scorpio is going to do something for themselves and absolutely enjoy it. Sorry, Scorpio. It's that leap energy. It's that I'm going to go and do this now. Like, I'll be over here, guys. Like, thanks for everything over here. Enjoy it. And yeah, no more getting other people to do the things this week. Take control, do the things yourself. We don't need to have other people achieve our goals. We achieve our goals. We achieve our dreams. So, Scorpio, go in the other direction and do the things you want, because it's going to be fun. And you know what? There's a bit of sunshine with it too. So I love that for our Scorpios. Pisces, what are we doing? Pisces. And all I'm hearing in my head is fishy, 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 fishy. Fishy, 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 fishy. That's crazy. Are we napping? All right, Pisces, let's go. What do we need to know for our Pisces? I do love that for Scorpio, though. We're napping. Pisces. Oh. Okay. 5 of Pentacles for our Pisces. And then we've got the 2 of Swords. So maybe this week we're sort of coming in from the cold a bit, taking the blindfold off, and maybe reassessing where all of our emotional labor has been going. It's time to have a bit of a look at that, and also to remember that sometimes you need a little bit of support and care and love, and it's okay to ask for that this week, Pisces. Thanks. Because sometimes when we take the blindfold off and we look at things for the bare truth that they are, sometimes our best efforts and our joy and our love can be maybe taken advantage of a little bit. And this week, maybe come back to yourself a bit and go, hey, I'm worth a bit more than this week. I'm worth a lot. I can love, and I can love myself. And it's not a bad thing to actually say that I'm allowed to love me too, as well as much as I love everyone else. And not everyone's problems are my problems either this week. Yeah, Pisces? Thanks. But yeah, maybe a bit of, and this is going to sound very rudimentary, but maybe a bit of self-care this week as well would not go astray at all. Yes, it might be emotional to really confront feelings of where you are placing your emotion and your love. And maybe if that's not being reciprocated, or maybe if that's starting to get really complicated, yeah, a bit of time for ourselves and a bit of love for ourselves would not go astray this week, Pisces. All right, so shall we get a collective for our waters? Our little waters. Exactly, Coffee. Quack. All right, water collective. How do we get through this week? That's a lot, water collective. Ace of Swords. We might have to fight our way through the emotions this week, waters, but it's what you do best. Okay? You got this. Stand tall, remember self-care, and I know that's, a buzz phrase, I guess is the word for it I'm trying to find. But it's time for you to have a bit of self-care and note, yeah, it might be emotional but there's ways that you can honor that and still be good to yourself. Okay? So there you go. Water. There you go. That's that. Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
Hello.
All right. Gotta do one card for the collective that's in here currently. So
Yes.
Spirit, one card, please.
My oracle cards have disappeared. I don't know where they're gone. They're off the clock.
So we have the Death card coming out this week, which I think is very fitting considering that we have the Blood Moon eclipse in Virgo to round out the eclipse season. So it's going to be a week of letting go, whether that be physically, figuratively, spiritually, mentally. There is going to be some aspect of loss, but with death comes fresh beginnings, new growth, and ultimately, death is what you make of it. It's only the beginning. And that is a direct quote from the Mummy movie, and I love that movie.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay. One card for the collective that is in here still. It's definitely a transformative week.
Mm-hmm.
On so many levels. Oof. Okay. 8 of Wands. All right. Things may feel on fast forward this week. Things may feel like everything's happening all at once. But remember to ground, to take moments, to have that nice cup of tea, have that coffee, sit with it with a candle and just relax if you can. Transition and change can be rough, but sometimes it's extremely necessary. There you go. Amazing.
Awesome.
Awesome. Gosh, that was really fast.
I've written it in to upload the weeklies to YouTube, Corfi.
Amazing.
But awesome, we did it.
We did it.
Yay.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for having me.
That's all right. Thanks for coming in. And I hope everyone has an amazing week. And you'll probably see me live throughout the week again, doing order packing or just talking smack, whatever. But anyway, toodaloo, everyone. Have an amazing week. Bye.
Bye.